What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Tag Team Racing. Today we've got another video for you guys. So today we're actually headed down to Muncie Dragway for an event. They're doing some index racing, so they have different classes like 1120, 1220, 1020. They're also doing small tire, big tire, a few different classes, weekend warrior. So I think we're just going to go down there and do a test and tune option just to see where the car's at in a quarter mile. We are switching this setup, getting some other mods on the car here in the next 2 weeks. I think I'll have it all on, and the new tune will be on there too. So stay tuned for that. I'll do a big reveal on that in the next couple weeks. I'm really excited to show you guys where the car's going. But before we do that, I wanted to see what this setup would run in the quarter mile. So we're going to head down to Muncie Dragway today, see exactly what that does. This will be a pretty short video, honestly. We're just going to go down there, do some runs, potentially videotape some other cars, but we're just going to see what this thing can do on the track. The next video will be us actually going out and getting some racing in. We're either going to ride in another car, maybe a ZL1, maybe another car, or we'll go out and take this out on the last time on this setup to see what we can do now that I got some seat time. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll see you out there on the track, YouTube. All right, guys, so we're out here at Muncie. We just got here. I wish I had my 360 on the way down here. We actually got some runs in with a Hellcat, which I think was stock, and then we raced an SRT Jeep too. So I wish I had my 360 on to get that for you guys. But what we did do today, they had a test and tune option to run. So we paid for that. We're going to go out and get some runs in this car, just to see what it does in the quarter mile on this setup before we change it. I know I mentioned that earlier. I'm doing a big reveal on what the new setup's going to be soon when that comes in. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go videotape some cars, do some interviews, and get out there on the track. So see you out there. Alright guys, so you saw, obviously we ran on the track. I posted the times on those videos as well. This car really surprised me. You guys got to keep in mind, this is literally just an intake, a Kohler intake, a throttle body, a cat delete, and a tune on E85, and that is it. So we're talking like a couple bolt-ons E85. It's nowhere near a full bolt-on E85 10-speed. So I mean, the fastest time we ran, and I got the sheet here, and I'll flip it around to show you guys what we ran, but it was a 11.76 at 123.88 miles an hour. So I think that was pretty crazy. If you guys go back, I don't know, I think it was like 6 videos, you'll see the first Muncie track day that we ever posted on the YouTube channel. When we ran the car stock, completely stock with just a tire, at the drag strip, we ran a 115, 116 at, I think it was a 12.5 or 12.6. So you got to think, just by doing those couple bolt-ons, a good tune, so shout out to my tuner, and just putting E85 in it. And like I said before, we made around 470 to the wheel. I mean, we gained, 0.8 seconds, and then we also gained somehow, 7 or 8 mile an hour, almost 9 mile an hour if we were able to get to that 124 just by doing that. So Really happy with the way the car performed yesterday. The first run was the best run because, we got out there and the track was prepped. So it was still very warm outside as well. We didn't spin very much on the first run. The next couple runs, we did another run we didn't get on camera. I spun like crazy. It dropped probably like 15 degrees compared to what it was when we first got there. So really happy with the way the car performed. So I really do like this setup. I really do like being, bolt on E85, especially just being on E85. It's obviously that the price is much better for fuel. And I like the drivability of it for sure. So I'm going to flip the camera here, show you guys the actual time slips. We'll talk through that a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next video. All right, guys, so I'm actually in the right lane here. This is the first run we were in against that orange Camaro. I will say there was a bunch of crazy cars out there, especially running on that index racing. So I didn't expect to compete in any classes. So if you see there, the 60-foot being 1.814, like that was pretty good, I felt. For those of you who don't know, on these Mustang platforms, it's always sketchy doing the dig racing, especially on the stock axles. We see all the time people breaking their axles when they're stock. So if you're doing dig racing, definitely want to upgrade those axles. Obviously you don't want the 315 gears, but I'm a big roll racing guy, as you guys can see on the channel. So, mile an hour there for the 8th is 93 mile an hour. We hit that 11.766 at 123.88 miles an hour. So that was our best run. I got the second run that we did here as well. So a little bit slower in the right lane again. Prefer the right lane when I go down to Muncie. So we had a better reaction time for sure. The 0.766, I definitely gave it a lot here, but I spun like crazy. A little bit slower on the 60-foot at a 1.834. 93 mile an hour consistent in the 8th mile, and then we ran 11.814 and then 123.40. So we're pretty consistent around that 123 mile an hour mark, which is more than I expected. I expected to be maybe about 120 in the quarter mile. So very happy with this setup. Would highly recommend anybody run the PMAS intake. The throttle body, I think, is helping maybe a tad bit. The cat delete opened this thing up for sure. Definitely recommend doing that to your Mustang if you're looking to have another mod, and then tune on the E85. So that's all we got done to the car. Flip the camera here. So like I said, the next video is going to be us racing, going out and racing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be driving this car or jumping in another car. So stay tuned for that. Next weekend, we are going to go to the half-mile event. So, shout out to Indy's Garage for letting me race in the half-mile event for free. So, but yeah, we're going to be going to the half-mile event next weekend. I'm very excited to run in that event. See what this car can do in the half-mile before we completely change the setup. Excited just to get out there and just whomp on it. So, stay tuned for that video coming next weekend. The next video, like I said, will be a race night video of us going out and maybe riding in a car or get some more runs in this car with this setup. So stay tuned, YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Comment anything that you've seen on this video. Maybe comment on what we did in the quarter mile. And we'll see you next time, YouTube.